Namaste friends, and I hope you're doing well. Let's talk about the sun in the ninth house. The ninth house is also called the Dharma Bhava. Dharma means righteousness, virtue, the right conduct, benevolence, and all the good qualities in a person. Right? What happens when the sun goes to the ninth house? So if you have these combinations, chances are you will not be you will always question when it comes to religion. You're more of a skeptic rather than a believer. Okay, you tend to question everything that your religion teaches you. Say if you have a guru, when he or she is preaching, even at that moment of preaching, you be contemplating, and or rather besides than just contemplating, you'll be rather questioning yourself and questioning the integrity in what the guru is saying. So what I'm saying is, you have your own thoughts when it comes to religion. You might have a guru, a spiritual guru, but then that will not last. You will go for some time and finally it fade away, because your self-esteem, your ego is strong. You are the king in the house of law, in the house of dharma. Okay, so you will have that sort of ego. It is not a false ego. It's like, unlike Rahu, it's false ego, but Sun is more a more valid ego, per se, right? So that thing will happen. You will not easily be convinced into a religion. You might stay for some time. Eventually you'll try another one, and until you find the meaning of religion. And eventually people who are religious, they will drop religion altogether. Okay, they will eventually start spirituality. Okay, they find some form of integration between all the religion, and they slowly move into spirituality. Okay, if you have the sun in the ninth house, it's very important that you understand this concept. If you get a little bit exasperated as why I don't find the faith in my religion, then this is the reason. Okay. Also, this is the house of pilgrimage. Okay, you tend to you love to go and see places of these holy sites. You love to meet the religious people, regardless of wherever they are staying. You find ways to go. You'll take that extra step to move on. And this is something that I've seen in most of the cases. They will, doesn't matter how they go, shoestring budget, or they go very elegantly, doesn't matter. They just go, and they will reach to their destination. So rather than going to a fancy place or to some remote beaches in the world, they will go to a holy site. That's what these people in the ninth house will do. Okay, the sun in the ninth house will do. Their commitments when it comes to their profession, okay, is very, very strong, because they would find that if you're working in a company, if you're working in a team, you may not be a team player. Okay, because you will clearly define you'll clearly define your character in the team. You'll be seen as the one who's the troublemaker, is the one who makes all the processes, makes all the procedures. If someone makes it wrong, you are the one who corrects it. Okay, because you do not want to go against process. You are the person who worships work, kind of thing. You really want to make sure that people are very connected, people are very integrated, people are very careful when they do their work. If they are not, if they are against, if they are violating certain rules and regulations, you will get very upset. So you are also known as the troublemaker. Okay, and this sort of ego is also strong in you. All right, but if at all there is some form of rivalry in the office, you will always prevail, because your strength to overcome adversity and problems is very powerful. But then again, all this depends on how sun is placed in your charts. That's also very important to understand, which is why I keep saying in every of these videos that consult a Vedic astrologer. From time to time, consult and get see how things are for you in this specific time. If you find you're struggling in the office, or health, relationship, finance, any of these aspects in your life, So there must be a reason why it is, and that's why Vedic astrology is known to be a proven system, because it not only uses strong spiritual and religious backgrounds, but it also has science behind it. Okay, what else happens now? The ninth house is also the house of higher education, like those postgraduates, PhDs, and master's degree and all that. These are very strong. If you have this, you will definitely have one. If you have the sun in the ninth house, or you will strive, you will find ways to get your advanced degrees and postgraduate papers and all that, because that is what you want. You see, the thing about sun is it's not bragging. Okay, it doesn't brag that much, but it will be it'll be like a self self-discipline. Okay, it must says that, okay, I must achieve this regardless of what people think, regardless of what the community think. I must achieve my postgraduate, I must achieve my MBA, or as an example. So you will look towards your master's degree or your higher education or something. If not, you'll feel very depressed sometimes. You'll feel very confused in life. You won't feel that the strength to move on. Okay, so which is why it is important that if you have a strong sun, and if you don't have let's say you really want to do your advanced degrees and you don't have the money for it, okay, you will somehow find the way. You will do a part-time job, or you will do work overtime or something. You will get it done. That's what it's seen for people who are having sun in the ninth house. What else? Okay, the ninth house is also the house of as I said, dharma, righteousness, virtue, moral. You are very, very particular when it comes to good conduct. Okay, if you see any form of crookedness, or trying to cheat, devious means and devious people, cheaters and cheats and all that, you will not like it. You hate them. Okay, the problem starts is if you have any one of those as your family member, or your spouse for that matter, and that's where the problem starts. Okay, because you do not, you totally hate this kind of people. Okay, you as much as that you do a lot of charity, you do a lot of donations to the poor and needy. You want to do the right thing, because it is very strong in this house. Of all, this ninth house is also the house of luck, right? The house of fortune, the house of what shall I say? The house of getting your desires to come true. Your luck, your general luck is seen in this house. If you have sun in this place, now there is a little bit tricky, because sun is very authoritative, very ego, very disciplined graha. Okay, now it doesn't actually believe much in the luck. If you have the sun in the ninth house, chances are you will say that everything that happens in my life is due to hard work, is due to my good conduct, is due to my behavior, is due to my decorum. Right? The last thing that's happening in my life, any good thing that happens in my life, is because of luck. Okay, they do not believe in luck. All right, although luck is strong in that house, but because sun's personality is like that, sun doesn't believe in luck. All right. So that's a little bit about what I think sun would do to a person if it's in the ninth house. If you want to know more information, you can check out my blog at jyotisha.wordpress.com, jyotisa.wordpress.com. And until the next time, thank you. Namaste.